Hello, hello. This is to get you revved up about my Joyful Abundance course that's coming up here pretty soon. We'll have more detail below. And I was super excited that Francine agreed to come on and share because she had so many beautiful successes from taking the Joyful Abundance course, this 6-week course that can really change your life. And then she continued on, which you have the opportunity to do after the 6-week course ends, and to do my membership. So, yes, welcome, Francine.
Thank you.
If you could start us off by just telling us a little bit about where you were at when you took my course. As I recall, you had done my letting go foundational hypnosis recording even before you started the course. So you had a little bit of a leg up. And for those of you that want to do that too, that's a free gift. So people can go to my website and they can get let go. And you had different things going on in your life. So for instance, you had a big major change of retiring. You were trying to sort out what you're going to do with your life. And your husband was going through some different stuff too. So yeah, tell us a little bit about where you started, and maybe start off with the foundational hypnosis recording that I give in the Joyful Abundance course, and tell us the positive successes that came from that.
Well, before I met Sharon, I had been told you have to let go. You have to get rid of the past. You have to change your mindset. And I didn't understand what that meant. Mindset. What's a mindset? How do we change it? How do you let go? I figured out the root cause of one of the major issues I had in my life with money, but I didn't know how to let it go.
Oh, beautiful.
I had daddy issues. I didn't know how until I listened to that recording.
Oh, I love that. And I loved that you really opened up the door to other people, in that you were able to share how you let go a lot of mental junk, and then you did it in innovative ways. So what I love about the recordings is you can just fall asleep to them at night, but you would declutter or clean, right?
Yeah,
And you would
and
listen to the
gardening.
recordings and you would let go that way, so that the part of the course, a big part of it, key, is the foundational hypnosis recordings, because we've got all this old programming from our childhoods that we're still walking around and living with the same beliefs often that we did when we were little. And I love that hypnosis can be a beautiful way to kind of untether, to break that hold, and to open up and to connect with your inner guidance. And I loved what you were sharing before, Francine. You said, I had done the Abraham Hicks stuff, the law of she does this law of attraction material. I'd listened to all her books. But you were saying in our Joyshops, where we did the love seats, this is a part where people have the opportunity to volunteer, and I work with them one-on-one, and we meet once a week for 2 hours, which that might seem like a lot, but I'm so glad we had that 2 hours, because then I get to work with a lot more people and we all learn from each other. But what I love what you said is, it's kind of like it brought the concepts home so that you could actually apply them in your relationship with your husband and in your life. And tell a little bit about that.
Reading, or well, I'm an Audible fan. I listened to the Abraham Hicks book. So I'd been exposed to the emotional scale that Sharon uses. And when I thought I understood it, I thought I got it, I thought I was an expert, until I sat in that love seat and Sharon told me, or Sharon explained in a loving manner, how to do it better.
Well, it's like we can intellectually understand something, but we can be so up close and personal in our lives Yeah, but when we start to, like you say, we feel it, we become it. And that's what I love about the combination of the recordings, but then, okay, let's bring it into our real life. How do we actually apply this stuff? And so that we've got the foundational hypnosis recordings that are helping you break those patterns. And like you were saying, open up that space. Because if you're just like in a closet that you want to fit some new stuff in, if it's all filled up with junk and clutter, and you can't even find the stuff that you do like in there to access it, and there's no space to bring anything new in, it's not going to work out really well for us. So I love that you said, uh, so we started off with how you were retiring. You were trying to figure out what the heck to do with your life. And you said that this really helped you figure out your life purpose. And I know that's a big one for a lot of people. And sometimes it can feel so big and so confusing. But to me, I've seen it again and again where it can be so simple and so easy when we connect up with that loving space where we access the wisdom and the clarity. You look like you're ready to.
Yeah, well, there's something that came to my mind that we didn't discuss earlier. Another thing that a lot of books and a lot of coaches and gurus say, it meditate. For somebody who's up in their head overthinking everything about life, meditation is not easy. And I thought, I just can't do that. I can't be still. I can't clear my head. And that foundational hypnosis is what taught me how to meditate.
Oh, I love that. And that also brings up to me, which I know a lot of people have said it helped. Another key part of the course is you learn self-hypnosis. And to me, that's like little mini meditations that you can do throughout the day. And I've heard this again and again. People are able to go into meditative states because they have that tool, so that they go into even deeper levels. Like we have one of the women in our membership. She did the Joyful Abundance course too. She said she does work with animals. And she said that really helped her to connect up and go into that meditative state to help and support and heal animals. So I love that you brought that up. Yeah, because this isn't a course to tell you how to live your life, but to really get rid of that mental junk and those outside voices and those inner voices that we carry from when we're kids, and you start to hear more clearly. So I loved what you said, because a lot of people have struggles in relationships where they can be a challenging part of our lives. You can even have the best marriage in the world and it's still a challenge. So welcome to the human race. But I love what you were saying, that you were sharing earlier, Francine, that you said that you were kind of able to get out of your husband's business a little bit as he went through some different stuff, and to focus on living your own life, but yet at the same time, just really be there for yourself in the relationship with him, as well as supportive for him. Can you tell us a little bit about that? Whatever you feel comfortable sharing. Don't give away his secret. Not unless he's cool with that, but we always want to respect other people's privacy.
Yeah, well, we've gone through a lot of major medical issues with my husband, and I'm a caregiver. I am somebody who loves to take care of people, but I'm also an overachiever. So when I feel like what I'm doing isn't enough, it would make me feel bad. Well,
oh my gosh, I think so many people can relate to that.
Right.
A lot of people that are attracted to my courses are ones that really do want to be that uplifter and supporter of others. But how do you do it in a way so it's a win-win situation, so that you're not going to that place of sacrifice or feeling abused. And you found that.
I
You found
did.
that.
I did.
Yeah.
I would do what I needed to do to take care and then retreat to my own space and be me.
I love that.
So
You
for
said
the
you did more gardening.
more
Um,
garden and even just cleaning, it felt
I
good
love
because I
that.
felt like I achieved something where I
Yeah.
couldn't make him feel better. I was able to achieve something else by cleaning a room.
Oh my gosh, I love that. Cleaning is one of my favorite, or I'll declutter and organize, and especially if I'm feeling cloudy and it's like, oh, then I start to feel purposeful and clear-minded, and
Yeah.
it attracts more beautiful clarity and wisdom. And I love too what I've seen, Francine, is you have gone, you were saying, I found my life purpose, and that you had let go of other people's outside voices. And I've seen it's like, oh my gosh, you've gone on during the time. And I'm not saying this is just the Joyful Abundance course or anything, but to really shine as a Toastmaster, to go on to win all these different contests. And it just feels that the Joyful Abundance course really helped to rev things up and to let go of those distractions and outside voices and mental junk. Tell us a little bit about that.
I had to let go of everything I thought I needed to be to figure out who I really am and what I'm supposed to be.
Yeah, I
So
know, because it's like, take this course to find your purpose and meaning, and they'll do all these worksheets and exercise, when it's really a natural thing that unfolds, I think, in the Joyful Abundance course, and
right.
taking this path.
Well,
Yeah.
and then a lot of business coaches make $125,000 a day. I don't care about the money. I care about the feelings. I want to give other people the feelings.
Oh,
And if I get
and I
money,
love that, because that's a big part of the whole course, isn't it? It's
yes,
so this isn't like, we have this other, I have this other group that I do, which is called the Millionaires Club, but it's not, you can be a multimillionaire and you can have a poverty mindset, that
yes,
it's about get happy first and then the rest will follow.
exactly.
And to not compare yourself to other people. And I think there's 6 foundational hypnosis that recordings that you get, and it covers all these different areas, from health to relationships to, it's like letting go of the past, and it gives these foundational principles, like for instance, the past is the past, that we don't have to relive it, because what I read a statistic, Francine, that we have between 12,000 and 60,000 thoughts on average a day. From the National Sounds Foundation, they did a study, and of those, 80% of those were negative thoughts. Wow. If that's true, then most people are walking around miserable. And from those 80%, 95% of those thoughts were repeated patterns. So that we get into these habits. Oh, I wake up in the morning and I think about my problems and I feel miserable. And so what I like about both the Joyful Abundance 6-week course, and then if you want to continue on the membership, that it helps you direct to the positives. It helps you go to that place of appreciation. And from that space, you can actually focus on living your own life, and putting in perspective the challenges that we all face. And I love, you were saying, I don't care what somebody else is doing. And it helps let go of those voices of, you don't have to compare yourself to other people. Who cares? There's people that are, I think of one coach I know who, she was super excited. She had made, she had gone over the 6-figure mark, but then she realized that she was having a lot more misery. She eventually got to a place where she brought that into balance too, but yeah, we want to enjoy our lives. We want to enjoy the journey along the way. And you're such a good example of that. Just being your Facebook buddy, I can see that you took trips, and you take little vacations with you and your husband to the zoo, and you enjoy your gardening and take pictures, so that this isn't a get rich at any cost. It's not just like, well, people come to me for they want to lose weight. Again, I tell them, well, we're going to get happy first. It's not about the weight loss. We want to live a healthy, joyful life. And there's people walking around with Victoria's Secret looking bodies that don't feel beautiful and that aren't living that and having those joyful connections and relationships.
The Good Housekeeping survey said that 95% of women surveyed were unhappy with the way they looked.
Yikes. Yeah, so I know doing this work, it's so nice to just feel good, about yourself, that you get to be human, you get to make mistakes. You don't have to have it all together.
When you feel good, it brings more good feelings.
Yes, and then you're more inspired to take those healthy actions, and you don't have to wait for perfection to enjoy your life. Well, I think we've probably done good here. So I hope you guys will check out the Joyful Abundance course that coming up. If this is past, let's see, what's our date today? August 8th, 2022. If it's in the month of August that you're listening to this, I'm going to have some free master classes coming up, and just how to feel good. So on the link below, you'll see you can sign up for my gift, Let Go. And Francine, would you recommend that?
I would absolutely recommend that.
What would you tell people? It's like, oh my gosh, but I think it's like 41 minutes. That's so long. How am I going to fit that into my day?
Do you know what I did when my husband was out of town? I keyed up all of Sharon's recordings and I played it when I went to bed at night. And when I woke up in the morning, I woke up in the morning feeling like a new person.
Oh my gosh, that's great.
I just want to say something too. I've been in sales for years, and I was hitting a brick wall. The more desperate I became as I was getting ready to retire and replace my income, the more desperate I became, the more my sales fell.
Yeah.
Which made me even more desperate.
Yeah.
When I let go after listening to that recording over and over and over again, and I was able to let go of the expectations, now people are asking to buy stuff.
Oh, I love that. I love that. I love that. Yeah. And I've seen that again and again. I think of this one woman that was in the course. She felt like she couldn't retire, that she didn't have the income, that there was no way to make it work out. She wanted to move and be closer to her kids and grandkids. And she also did private sessions too, as well as the Joyful. She does monthly private sessions. That it all fell into place. And it's that letting go and opening up your mind to new expectations, because we don't even realize how much we have these limiting ideas or beliefs that people give us, whether it's about our health. Oh, you grow older and it just gets worse and you fall apart. Or I've seen, and you're a good one too. Yeah, weight loss is another one. Well, I had my kids, or I reached menopause, and it's just not possible. And we close off our minds to what's possible. And again, if we're going to a place of, like, what did you say? 95%?
95%
of women, just women, or women and men?
Just women
don't
said that they were unhappy with their bodies.
Oh, yikes. Well, and I feel like my body has definitely changed since I was in my teens. And it's not looking the same, but I feel, I'm not carrying around that feeling of ugliness. Or I remember having to to manipulate, I would manipulate how I sat so I would look thinner. It's like, oh my gosh, just stupid stuff like that. I'm not saying if you do that, that's stupid, but it's just so freeing to set yourself free of judging yourself about your weight or your looks or your intelligence or how much money you make. And yeah, it just, and it does the exact opposite, just like you said, Francine, that you start to feel the pressure and not good enough. And we can't think. And there's a lot of business owners that take the Joyful Abundance course. And yeah, I love for myself and others, it just opens us up so that we can actually enjoy our business.
Yes.
And then we can have fun supporting and helping other people. So, all right. Well, thank you so much, Francine, for joining, and
It was a
be sure to
pleasure.
listen in to other testimonials because I'm going to be interviewing some more people. All right. I hope you join up. Blessings and love.
Bye.